What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are going to be reviewing Jason X. Yeah, it's been a minute since we reviewed a movie. Maybe even longer since we reviewed the last Friday the 13th film. But I wanted to record a review for you guys today. Sorry for any background noise. I'm currently downstairs, but I'm excited to talk about this movie, and I've actually been really excited to talk about this one for a while because. Before we get to actually talking about the movie, I want to remind everyone about our St. Jude charity stream that's coming up in a few weeks. There's the link to the donation page, which is down in the description below. Go check it out, and the stream will be on April 15th. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this movie. I don't have the synopsis and everything with me like I normally do, so I'll try to synopsis it myself. So basically, this movie takes place years in the future, where there's this. They wind up going back to Earth, and they wind up bringing Jason into space, and Jason winds up killing people in space. That's basically the gist. There is like some other things here with some interesting characters and things like that. And going into this film, I had such low expectations. I did not have any hope for this movie. Going back into this one after watching it back in the day and everything, and I remember this being one of my least favorite movies in the franchise. And after reviewing Jason Goes to Hell, I'm like, it can't be worse than that, can it? And I was pleasantly surprised. I still don't think this is the best in the franchise, but this many movies in, you have to bring something new to the table, and sending him to space is a really interesting concept. Only other movie I think I've reviewed on the channel that has done that with a horror icon was Leprechaun 4 in Space, which that movie is awful. But this movie, I feel like they have fun with what they're going for. I want to get into let's get the negatives out of the way first, I guess. Negatively, there is a bunch of issues in the movie. Once again, it suffers from being a Friday the 13th movie and it has to have some of those generic bits. But for the most part, I feel like I do enjoy this movie more than not like it. A lot of the characters are just kind of forgettable and everything, but that's par for the course. Another thing, some of the CG does not look that good, even for the time. I'm not trying to be over the moon impressed with this film at all. So, but personally, I really enjoyed the direction this movie takes from just an enjoyment standpoint, because it's different. The characters in this movie are mostly forgettable. There's this android character that was made by this student and everything, and it's kind of like she has a relationship with them, or it's weird. And there's a whole bunch of other characters. When they brought Jason back, because Jason got frozen on Earth years before, and then years later they're no longer on Earth, and they go back down there and they get Jason, and also there was another person there that they also take back with them. And it's really interesting the way they handle that opening. The opening is interesting, I'd say. But overall, I think let's talk about Jason a bit. Jason has a kind of a new design, kind of a more angular mask. I don't know if that's the right word. But he definitely looks. But then throughout a good chunk of the movie, he has traditional looking Jason. Then he gets Uber Jason, and which is, when I look back at it, I really thought that was dumb when I saw it back when I was younger. I always thought that design looked weird and dumb. But looking back at it now, it's kind of cool. Just looking at the way this costume has evolved to this. And there is some fun moments. There's a scene where they had to slow Jason down, so they make a simulation of Camp Crystal Lake, and it's really poking fun at the franchise there. It's really funny. I think they really do a good job with that scene. And some of the stuff though, like there's like some weird scene where like, with some of these characters, and then some of the characters like obviously are just like, I don't like you, and then there's just dumb character decisions like on like why did you do this and that and the other. It's really weird at points. But overall, let's talk about the kills. The kills, obviously, everyone knows about the liquid nitrogen kill. It's probably one of the best in the franchise, and it is definitely a good kill. And there is some a cool segment where Jason stumbles in on these guys playing this like simulation thing, and Jason winds up killing them both in there, but he didn't actually kill them at first. I'm trying not to go. I was doing too much spoilers. It's just to know that it's a good scene. But overall, it is still probably on the weaker side of a film, but I still think it is a fun time. I actually thought I wasn't going to enjoy this movie at all going into it. And it's definitely better than a lot of the lows. It's better than the last two movies in the franchise. But like I said, this movie still has its low points, but also it's a Friday the 13th movie. I've learned to kind of like shift my expectations around when it comes to this franchise because of just what this franchise is at this point. But yeah, personally, I'd probably give this movie I'd probably give this movie a 3.5 out of 5. I feel like that's not 3.5. Sorry, a 3 out of 5. Sorry, not 3.5. A 3 out of 5 because I feel like I had just enough fun with it to actually. Sorry about that in the background. There's clothes in the washing machine. But personally, I do enjoy this movie. I do think it is all right. I actually did. I had so much against it back in the day. I can't tell you what critics and audience think on Tomatoes. I don't have that with me right now. I normally would, but sorry about that again. Real quick though, before I end out this video, guys, I want to remind everyone that the rest of this coming week, I will not be uploading any gameplay or anything like that. It'll mostly just be videos like this. If anything goes up, those will be much reviews, which might be good to switch up the content a little bit for a week. But that's really all I've got to say for this review. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this movie. I'd love to know what you guys think because it's one of those movies where I'm all really curious what people think about. Yeah, you guys know the drill. All the stuff's down in the description below, especially the St. Jude charity donation link. That's down there. Go check that out. It'll be on April 15th. But you can already donate now. It's already there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!